For Australians, the bush means the countryside, outside the major cities and towns, and the outback is a very remote area far from the major cities. For many years after the European settlement of Australia in 1760, people believed that there was an inland sea in the centre of the continent. Thus, they took a boat with them and spent about a year exploring the outback.
Did you know? Graffiti hails from the Roman Empire and ancient Greece. In modern times, spray paint and marker pens are now mostly used as graffiti materials. In many countries, marking or painting property without the landowner's permit is an offense. Many times graffiti utters social and political messages, and a whole type of art is based on spray-painted styles.
From out-of-work accountants to newly graduated computer nerds, the present economic downturn has hundreds of people turning to volunteer work. Their reasons vary, but include keeping up their skills and filling in their time, as well as keeping their spirits up. The vast majority of them just need a boost of experience to get that wheel turning. Just a matter of time, and they will start earning huge sums of money.
Cell phone users, succumbing to the temptations and traps of the next generation of smartphones, are increasingly becoming victims to the phenomenon known as bill shock. The popular new phones such as the Androids provide easy, one-touch access to the internet and social networking sites that can be far more costly than the more conventional voice services.
Could you name 4 of your neighbors and know what their interests are? Good neighbors are not just the people who live next door. They may live down the road or be a member of your community. Help make your city friendlier and volunteer to organize a dinner, picnic, movie or other social outings with your neighbors during Know Your Neighbor Week.
If you are looking for enthusiastic and reliable employees for your business, you may have to look no further than your local community college. Many community colleges provide training in skills that are applicable to a variety of business situations. Students at these institutions may be trained in things like bookkeeping and basic accounting, sales and marketing, and data management.
Do you often find yourself feeling sluggish mid-morning? Do you reach for coffee, a sugary soda, or a candy bar in order to keep going? Unfortunately, this scenario is all too common. Walk into any office around 11 o'clock in the morning and you are likely to see desks littered with candy bar wrappers and empty cups. Contrary to what you may think, this is not due to heavy morning workloads.
Sweden is to take the biggest energy step of any advanced Western economy by trying to wean itself off oil completely within 15 years, without building a new generation of nuclear power stations. The attempt by the country of 9 million people to become the world's first practically oil-free economy is being planned by a committee of industrialists, academics, and others, who will report to Parliament in several months.
Some people think hobbies are just a waste of time, but they offer more than just fun. Hobbies can provide an escape from our fast-paced society, keep our minds and our bodies active and relaxed, and help us stay connected with others. Through hobbies, we can gain knowledge and stay interested in the world around us. So why not make yourself happy by starting a hobby that you'll enjoy?
Readers searching for precise and comprehensive guidance on how to be a good manager may find the writer's message to be a little too ambiguous. Managers who are irritable by nature may wish to take a different strategy. Be yourself, however, is unquestionably sound counsel for anybody aspiring to lead tens of thousands of people. Or, for that matter, anyone who just wants to live a happy life.
Wall Street people are an elite club of billionaires, movie producers, dot-com professionals, and occasional astronauts. Between them, they hope to change the face of scientific research, apart from influencing the stock markets. With money and influence, a team of the 25 strong among them, deciding to launch a series of multi-million-dollar prizes to accelerate scientific breakthroughs that otherwise might be decades away.
Walkers, bikers, and other trail supporters have banded together to support an ambitious project, a 2,600-mile traffic-free path connecting towns on the east coast from Sydney to Melbourne. This concept for an urban alternative to the extremely popular Blue Mountain Trail, which was launched barely 10 years ago, is fast becoming a reality. And it will be easily identified by the public through signage, maps, users' guides, and common services, etc.
Ultimately, scientists want to know how young infants are able to acquire and master the intricacies of language, which is a challenging task for even the most powerful computers and adult brains. Scientists are baffled as to why a child's vocabulary and comprehension of language suddenly expands at the age of 18 months. One theory is that youngsters begin storing the sounds and meanings of words as soon as they are born.
Many people enjoy looking at vividly colored flowers and the butterflies that visit them throughout the summer months, but few of us think about what the butterflies perceive. A few evolutionary scientists have pondered this topic and discovered a probable, and, if true, startling relationship between the evolution of color vision in butterflies and humans via study.
Why is hydrogen fuel such a great idea? In a word, it is clean. At present, the industrialized countries of the world depend on fossil fuels, natural gas, oil, coal, for almost 90% of their energy. When fossil fuels are used, they produce an overwhelming amount of air pollutants and carbon dioxide, the gas that most scientists blame for global warming.
Mold, a rotting disease that affects strawberries and many other delicate fruits, is a problem. Although the fungus mostly affects fruit, infections begin in the blossoms. Spraying the blooms with a fungus called trichoderma is one successful treatment. This bacterium kills the mold in the flowers before the fruit berries develop, but it has no effect on the fruit itself.
Many individuals are terrified of handling spiders because they believe they might be poisonous. Despite the fact that virtually all spiders can generate venom, only a few species create dangerous bites, and even fewer cause death. Spiders have a low mortality rate when compared to other poisonous animals. In Australia, during a typical year, 12 people are harmed by bees, 10 by wasps, 14 by snakes, and only 6 by spiders.
During the Middle Ages, the internal combustion engine had to wait until a fuel could be combusted inside before becoming useful. The use of gunpowder was attempted but failed. Gunpowder carburetors are still difficult to come by. Coal gas was produced by heating coal in a pressure vessel or boiler in the early engines. During the year 1850, a Frenchman designed the first functional gas engine. His single horsepower engine was big, heavy, and guess what? Noisy.
Ants come in over 8,000 different species. They may be found all throughout the world, however, they favor warmer conditions, and their size ranges from 2 to 25 millimeters. They have a 4-stage life cycle: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. They live for 8 to 10 weeks. The workers are sterile females who labor in the nest, while the bigger ones, the warriors, protect the colony.
Drinking water can come from either groundwater sources via wells, or from surface water sources such as rivers. Nationally, 80% of water systems use a groundwater source, but 66% of people are served by a water system that uses surface water. This is because large metropolitan areas tend to rely on surface water, whereas small and rural areas tend to rely on groundwater. In addition, 10 to 20% of people have their own private wells for drinking water.